If your team generates Python models from untrusted schemas, runs NanoClaw with MCP server features, exposes not resolver with DNS over QUIC, or allows Redis RESTORE to authenticated users, check patch status today. The lead item is CVE-2026-63720 in datamodel-code-generator. NVD rates it high, CVSS 7.5, and describes code injection that can execute when generated Python is imported. Patch, restrict inputs, and review automation now. First, datamodel-code-generator before version 0.70.0 is affected. This tool is common in API, data, and AI pipelines because teams generate Python models from JSON schema, OpenAPI, and related schemas before feeding data into applications or machine learning workflows. According to NVD and Vulncheck, an attacker who controls an input schema can place malicious content in a custom base path value. The generated file can then contain unsafe Python import syntax, and code may run when that generated module is imported. This briefing is defensive only, so no payloads or exploit steps. The fix is to upgrade datamodel-code-generator to 0.70.0 or later, and to treat schemas as code when they come from partners, user uploads, pull requests, datasets, or API discovery. Pin generator versions and CI, scan generated diffs before import, run generators in isolated build environments, and avoid giving model generation jobs cloud credentials or production secrets. If a suspicious schema was processed, rebuild generated files from trusted inputs and rotate tokens that were reachable by the build account. Second, CVE-2026-17434 affects NanoClaw up to 2.0.64 in the add MCP server flow. NVD lists improper authorization, network attack vector, low privileges required, and a patch commit. MCP is powerful because it connects assistants to external tools. Defenders should apply the project patch, restrict who can add or modify MCP servers, review recently added server definitions, and separate experimental agent tooling from production credentials. Third, CVE-2026-66373 affects not resolver before 6.4.1. NVD describes remote code execution through a heap-based buffer overflow in the DNS over QUIC receive path. If you operate recursive DNS infrastructure, upgrade to 6.4.1 or later, verify whether DoQ is enabled, and monitor resolver crashes or unusual QUIC traffic. DNS infrastructure often supports cloud, CI, and AI services, so treat resolver compromise as a serious trust boundary event. Fourth, CVE-2026-66373 affects Redis before 8.8.0 in a narrower but important condition. An authenticated attacker who can execute restore may reach a double free path with remote code execution impact. Upgrade to Redis 8.8.0 or later, restrict restore and administrative capabilities, require strong authentication, limit network exposure, and review stream and restore-related activity. Across today's CVEs, the theme is simple: generated code, agent tool configuration, DNS services, and data stores are production attack surfaces. Patch quickly, reduce privileges, isolate automation, and preserve logs before cleanup.